Hi, welcome back to the Evolution Knit-Along. We're diving into the first part of the complicated lace section. Today I'm going to show you two different stitches that you may not have encountered before. Both of them are based on a slip knit 2 pass. The first one is a twisted slip knit 2 pass, and that's with the top stitch twisted. The other one is the mirror image version of that, the twisted reverse slip knit 2 pass. Let's get right to work. Okay, I'd like to start with a little discussion about what exactly happens when you do a regular slip knit 2 pass. So, when you slip knit 2 pass, it's over the next 3 stitches. There's the rightmost stitch, the leftmost stitch, and the middle stitch. You slip the rightmost stitch, you knit these two together, that stacks them like so, and then you slip that stitch over. So that ends up with the rightmost stitch on top, the leftmost stitch in the middle, and the center stitch on the bottom. So a twisted slip knit 2 pass is exactly like that, except that we want the top stitch to be twisted so that it matches the other twisted stitches. So instead, when it's on the needle, instead of slipping it normally, you're going to slip it in such a way that it twists that stitch. You can see the legs are crossed down there. You're still doing it two together, you still slip this one over, but now this stitch, the top stitch, is twisted. So leftmost stitch, or rightmost stitch on top, twisted, leftmost stitch in the middle, center stitch stays on the bottom. The mirror image version of the twisted slip knit 2 pass is the twisted reverse slip knit 2 pass, and it still has the middle stitch on the bottom, but this time the rightmost stitch is in the middle, and it is the leftmost stitch that is twisted and stacked on top. So it's a little tricky how to get there, but I hope that you understand now sort of conceptually what we're trying to achieve. Let's go to the actual knitting. Okay, let's take a closer look at that twisted slip knit 2 pass. We're at the point in the pattern where I'm ready to do one. The stitch before is a yarn over, so I'm just going to put that there. Normally, for a regular slip knit 2 pass, you would slip this stitch knitwise in order to preserve stitch mount, but we actually do want it twisted on top. So you're going to twist or slip that first stitch purlwise. You knit the next two together, and then you slip that twisted stitch over. And so now we have a slip knit 2 pass in which the top stitch is twisted. Pretty straightforward. Let me go ahead and knit ahead to the next place. Okay, now I'm ready to do a twisted reverse slip knit 2 pass. So these two stitches are just going to be stacked on top of each other, the rightmost over the center. So that's essentially just a slip knit. So you do a slip knit and you have it there. Now we need the next one to be twisted when it's passed over. So slip it purlwise and then slip it knitwise to make it twisted on the left hand needle. Now we'll put this stitch on the right hand needle, back on the left hand needle, and pass the twisted stitch over, and then we put the completed stitch on the right hand needle. Don't worry, I will show that to you again. So just for comparison, here we have the regular twisted slip knit 2 pass. The yarn over ahead of time, slip one stitch purlwise, knit two together, pass the slip stitch over. Now the top stitch is twisted. Go ahead and purl to the next spot. Okay, and now we have another opportunity to look at the twisted reverse slip knit 2 pass. So for the first 2 stitches, you just do a regular slip knit. Leave that stitch on the right hand needle for now. We're going to remount the next stitch on the left hand needle so that it's twisted. Pass the completed slip knit onto the left hand needle so that we can pass the slip stitch over, and then return it completed to the right hand needle. Let's go ahead and show those stitches English style, just in case there's somebody who needs to see it in their own style. So here we are at the twisted slip knit 2 pass. Pass the first stitch purlwise to get it twisted, knit two together, pass the slip stitch over, twisted slip knit 2 pass, it's all on top, purl to the next spot. Okay, twisted reverse slip knit 2 pass. You treat the first 2 stitches like a slip knit. Go ahead and perform that stitch. Leave that stitch on the right hand needle. We got to remount the first stitch on the left hand needle so that it's twisted. Return the stitch from the slip knit to the left hand needle, pass the slip stitch over, and then put it back on the right hand needle. You might need to snug it up there a little bit. But we have essentially a twisted stitch on top and a slip knit underneath. Yarn over and move on. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Better get to knitting.